Now, when this meeting actually occurred between President Nixon and Elvis Presley, you were probably very little boys if you had been born.
I wasn't born.
None of us were born during this.
He was about 22.
Yeah. 22. I was born the next year. Yeah, so maybe I was in my mom's belly.
Were you surprised to learn that this had actually happened, that Elvis and President Nixon had some time together in the Oval Office?
Well, I don't think any of us were surprised that it happened, but I think we were all surprised by the manner in which it happened. I mean, that photo is so iconic. You know, it's one of the most requested photos at the National Archives, and obviously it's on postcards and posters. And I mean, you could you could probably go down to a street corner here in New York and buy, you know, a picture of it. But I think the manner in which it all came about, I think, is the thing that's most unique. Because almost anyone will look at that photo and says, "How did that happen?"
Exactly.
Because that makes no sense whatsoever. And that I think was the most surprising thing about all of this.
You know, it may seem like a very simple film, but it has to be very focused and disciplined because, you know, you go to a little bit in the wrong direction, and it's like a long comedy sketch.
Yeah, if it tonally can really unwind quickly if you try to make a joke out of it.
Which brings me to Liza Johnson, who I think did a terrific job directing. What's her style as a director?
She's very, she's hands-off in all of the right ways, but then also very, you know, she...
Hands-on in all the right ways.
And hands-on in all the right ways. I mean, she really, you know, talking about the tone, talking about...
You got that one.
Yeah. Talking about the tone, talking about when to sort of play a little bit of a comedic moment, but not trying to hit a punchline. You know, she was great.
She was very into the fact that we wanted to tell a real story,
Yeah.
and out of those real moments came the comedy.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's a very, it's a crazy situation that happened, and I think in those great moments, I think you find a real grounding and realism to these two men.
How did you master an American accent for this role? Are you doing a Memphis accent or?
No, I'm doing American.
American.
General. General American. There's a long story to that General American accent as well, because Jerry has a tint of Southern accent, and you can either go very Southern and just stay Southern, or go General and.
You can't really go a little.
You can't go a
his
little.
audiobook said General.
Yeah. And so Jerry chose for me to do a General American accent.
What did you learn about the depth of his friendship with Elvis that you took into your performance?
Well, I just learned that this man had a great respect and love for Elvis. I mean, Elvis kind of picked him, or they kind of met when Jerry was 16, or maybe younger, no, like 14, 15, actually. Yeah, he was about 14, 15. And, you know, he's lived his whole life revolving around Elvis in a good way, you know, and that love and trust and I guess was a great thing to see that someone like that could have such a long-lasting friendship with someone even when they're not there. So it was very lovely to see.
Johnny, you knew Johnny Cash? Did you know Johnny Cash?
No, I never got to meet the man.
You never got to meet him, but you were a big fan of his?
Huge fan of Johnny Cash.
And Colin, your dad is very famous. If
Michael Keaton, guys.
If would you ever want that level of fame that Elvis had? You could have steady work. No.
No. The famous line is that, you know, there was only one Elvis. You know, there were 4 Beatles. And I think when you have that kind of white-hot attention on you, that's a very isolating thing. And so there's a reason why Jerry and Elvis stayed friends as long as they did. Because you need a structure around you to help you get through that.
Yeah.
And when it's just you, when it's just Elvis, not even the last name is just Elvis, that's a very difficult thing to navigate. And you could argue that, you know, he didn't navigate it all that well.
Johnny, Alex, Colin, you did excellent work. You did excellent work about the place where many of us got Elvis albums. All Things Must Pass, Records, fine documentary.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.